Wow, what a day. I have an announcement to make. So I'm going to Battery Day, I'm going to the shareholder meeting, and maybe more. And all of that in a time of a pandemic where nobody from Europe can really travel to the US. It's just amazing. So, where to start? First of all, I want to thank everybody for the support in the last year you've been giving to me. Emotional support in terms of my modest writing and my modest English expressions and speaking. Actually, you know that this is not my mother tongue and I'm doing my best, but I'm not perfect. But I mean, the more important part here is that I get the emotional support in terms of what I write, and my thoughts are of value for a lot of people. And I'm getting this every day. So thank you so much for all of that, because otherwise I would not sit here today, make this video, and talk about my next week travel to San Francisco. This is just, this has blown me away. And if I think about when I started last year, and it's about a year ago that I resigned from my job to dedicate 100% of my time to the mission of sustainable transportation, I never thought that I'm going to sit here today having an, invitation for Battery Day that only very few people are getting, and being one of the very few people that can travel in a time of a pandemic from Europe to the US. So I don't know how to explain that and how to start. I mean, the short version is people told me after, searching a few days, people told me that there is an opportunity to get a so-called national interest exception, which is called NIR in English, which is, by the way, a German word in the German language, a word for never. So have you ever applied for an, waiver called never? So that's not really encouraging, right? But I did that, and guess what? I got approval. I can travel to the US, which is amazing. And I'm going to stay there 3 to 4 days for all these exciting events that Tesla are starting. I'm going to write about it. I'm probably going to YouTube about it. I'm definitely going to Twitter about it. So my mission is to inform you, to give something back to the community about what's happening there, and helping you to understand a little bit the dynamics and, what's going on there. And I'm so happy to have the opportunity to meet a ton of people I've been in touch with since, partly 2 years or even longer, but never met. And people call me an author, people call me talented, a writer, an influencer, whatever. All of that is, nice. But at the end of the day, for me, it's more about that the mission is accelerating, and, that Tesla is able to set an example for what is possible, what can be done, what can be achieved, to give a signal and to be a role model for automakers here in Germany, for instance, who still don't believe that this is really the right way to go. Yes, I'm talking about, I'm talking about Daimler, I'm talking about BMW, who are really extremely hesitant. I'm happy about Volkswagen, which is really doing some good steps in the right direction. And although I'm very critical about what they have achieved so far, I believe they all gonna have their eyes on, Tesla next week at Battery Day, and I'm trying to report about it and inform about it. So people did ask me if Tesla is paying me for the trip and reports and stuff. No, I don't get any money, and if they would have asked me, I would have declined that. I don't want any money from Tesla or any other media outlet. I'm a 100% independent writer, and I would like to continue like that. But I'm very grateful and appreciate all support the patrons are giving to me. So if you want to contribute and help me a little bit with the costs associated, like other people who are supporting the mission, this is going to be a net negative travel for me. And but that's fine. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. Again, there's a little bit of greater good here, and I'm not looking on making profit out of that. It's more about, I believe this is going to be a little bit history. I said it on Twitter already. I believe there will be a time before Battery Day and after Battery Day, because it's going to be, a moment where everything is changing and people consider battery electric vehicles in a different way after that day. That's at least my hope and my expectation. And whatever is going to happen there, I'm going to report. And I hope it's going to be interesting for you, and you continue to, stay connected with me and listen to what I think is worthwhile to convey. Thanks so much again. It's a great pleasure having you as a supporter, and looking forward to next week.